Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're joining me. I'm Dale from Living in the Empty Nest, and thank you so much for being here. I had some feedback that some of you wanted to know more about my skincare routine, which I thought was kind of cool. I kind of took that as a nice compliment. But I also thought it was good to be able to document because it seems like we always change what we're doing. So I thought I'd take this opportunity and share right now what my winter 2019 skincare routine is. So if you want to hear what I've been using, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback as well too, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I thought it'd be easier for me to be able to talk about this in two segments, the morning and the evening routine. And it's easier for me to start with the evening routine because that one seems a little more complicated or complex, although I have to say my skincare routine is very simple. But before I get into that, I thought it'd probably be better if I kind of described a little bit about what my skin is like and what I've been through. I have been, I think, the gamut from very, very oily, cystic acne, tons of breakouts, and the cystic kind that would be there for weeks and then leave a beautiful scar. I've been through Accutane 3 times, and each time it got a little better, but it still didn't fully take care of it. And then at one point I almost went back on it and we went on a different kind of medication. Currently I'm not on any kind of like those heavy duty medications except for Retin-A. So as a result of all that now, I really only occasionally break out, and I say that now and I actually feel some already coming on. You know how that happens. When they do come out, I do have to be really careful because I still do scar. So taking that into perspective also, I do still have some scarring, although that's been fading away over time as well too. The result of all the skincare products that I use, specifically the Retin-A, I do have dry skin right now, but it does get oily. Given that, yeah. So I have dry skin, I think, because of the Retin-A, and also right now it's winter. But then I can, and it actually frequently do, still get a little oiliness in my T-zone area. Summertime, I'm much more oilier than I am right now. I mean, this is the time of year where my lips are breaking and drying, your hands are all dried up, your cuticles, all of that as well too. So in the summer, that's a little less of a case. Okay, so nighttime. Let's give the perspective that I'm wearing some makeup. And even if I'm not wearing makeup, I sometimes still will do this anyway, just because I feel like there's still extra residue, is I do a dual cleanse. And I'm gonna tell you about what I have been doing, and then I'm gonna tell you about what I'm transitioning to doing. So I hope that makes sense. One of my favorites, and you've heard me talk about this from the Body Shop, it's this sumptuous cleansing butter, and it's in chamomile. But the idea with this is it's like a cleansing balm. You can see the insides there. It reminds me a lot of the Clinique Take the Day Away one, where you put it in, it's a balm, it melts into an oil, and it just like disintegrates all your makeup. I love this. I was never as partial over the Clinique one, or there's a couple of the other cleansing oils. This one to me has been my favorite. It even takes away like waterproof mascara. Love it. I have difficulty purchasing it though. I don't have a lot of Body Shops by me at all. Actually, one is at a mall that I have to drive quite a distance to. I used to be able to get it in the airport, and you know I travel all the time, so I was always going to the airport. I'd always pick it up then, and the Body Shop has been always great about, sometimes they have a thing, you buy 3, get 3 free, or 40% off, and all these kinds of things. So I always used to stock up on it, and bring it home. My airport now doesn't have the Body Shop anymore, and so the other airports I travel through don't tend to have a Body Shop, or at least not the gates that I'm in. So I have to rely just on mail ordering it, and I'm not always so great about doing that because it's just one of those things, So I do tend to look for when like Ebates is having a special at the Body Shop, and so I did get a few at around the Black Friday type things. But the idea is I'm having difficulty always getting this. Matter of fact, this is the very last one I have right now of this. So I've been trying to think, okay, if I can't get this, what other products can I do? So typically, my dream world is I use this first, okay? Then I will use a facial cleanser, nothing fancy. Matter of fact, I get this also in the generic version, but this is the Cetaphil right? You can get the foaming cleanser. This one is the daily facial cleanser. I also get the Walmart variety one and also the Target variety one of this. So this, I would use my cleansing oil, get that off, the cleansing butter, get all my makeup off, and then follow up with this, okay? Now, because I've been trying to see if I can wean myself away from that cleansing balm, I've been trying to do this twice. So I do it the first time to try and get all the makeup off, and then the second time to get my skin clean. I have to say, it is working. I just miss something about using that Body Shop, the cleansing butter, and seeing your makeup just disintegrate and all of that is just, it's very satisfying. I don't get that same punch from this one, but I do really like this cleanser, and I don't get it in your eyes on purpose, but if you get it close to your eyes, it doesn't cause any problem. The other thing with that cleansing butter, I can have it all over my eyes and no problems there. Sometimes maybe my eye gets a little fuzzy feeling or something, but so cleanse, do a cleanse, or do this twice. After that, it's getting my eye makeup off, and I used to like the Neutrogena eye makeup remover. They changed the formula or something. It stopped working as well for me, but I usually just get the one from Target. It's the Up and Up. It's the oil-free eye makeup remover. Put it on the little, cotton swab, takes my eye makeup right off, no problem. Works really well and really cheap, right? But it works really well too, and it doesn't bother my eyes. Another big thing. I've tried a couple other brands sometimes, and they're expensive, and then it bothers my eyes. Okay, so once I've done all that, then I move into my treatment. Retin-A. This is my Retin-A I have. It's the 0.08, the Retin-A micro gel. So I do 2 or 3 pumps of that, put it around my cheeks up here. I don't put it around my eyes. I know sometimes some people do. I don't. I think naturally just sometimes it, migrates there, but I don't. So I use this just in the evening. The next step then is I use my moisturizers. Well, actually, I kind of do two moisturizers. I love this one. It's the Clinique Moisture Surge Intense. Love it. I have gone away from it several times and then come back to it, but I really, really love, especially during the winter. When it's during the summer, I will just typically use, if I don't use my Paula's Choice one, which I'm kind of getting frustrated with that one now because the container, I can never tell when it's getting empty and it seems like it's going really quickly. So again, I've gone back to one of my other favorites, the Clinique, the dramatically different moisturizer lotion. You've probably all seen and used this. I love this one. It's really, really good. So I will use this more during the summer when I don't need the intense moisture. But I really love this one too. Again, you can get it all out near your eyes, no problems there. So again, summer, winter, or like what I'm thinking right now, sometimes more in the morning I'll be using this. So, and then some eye treatments. I don't have a lot of big eye treatments. Right now I'm using this one. It's the Paula's Choice Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I really just want eye cream for the moisturizing impact. I don't necessarily have the deep circles or the bags I'm worried about. Have them, maybe I'm not worried about them. So I just want a nice high moisturizer. So this is the one that I've been using. It's okay. I keep getting samples of the Belief Moisture Eye Balm, I think that's what it's called, and I will, once this is gone, I am going to get that one because I think that one moisturizes my eye area much better. And I will get dry flicks all throughout my eyes, so I have to have a heavy duty moisturizer above and beyond what I also have there. So I do those, and then I kind of go about my evening watching TV and all that kind of stuff. Before I go to bed, then I do this Biosense squalene oil. I hope I'm saying that right. I do just like one pump in my hands. It's oil, and move it all over. I spread it all over my hands. It's supposed to be good for your hands and your hair. I haven't had a lot of success in my hair. It's not something I've done there, but it feels good all over my hands. I still do follow up with a hand cream though, but I put that all over. It does absorb quickly, but it's glowy, glowy, glowy. So I personally do not use this in the morning at all, just at night. And I do like this. I feel like the combination, I think, between these two really does help hydrate my skin a lot. So that's really good. Okay, now fast forward 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, however long since I got to sleep, and this is the routine I follow. Wash my face again, okay? Same thing, I have one of these also in the shower. If my skin is also really flaky and I need to exfoliate, I will use, and I left it in the shower unfortunately, but I'll put a picture up here, an exfoliating scrub. The one that I've really been very pleasantly surprised with lately that I've been using is by e.l.f. It has a really nice kind of cleansing quality to it. It's really nice. It's a nice gentle scrub that you could use every day, and sometimes I do depending on how dry my skin is and what the weather is like. But it really is a nice exfoliation. Not too rough, but it's something as opposed to some others that sometimes I feel like this is supposed to be an exfoliant. So I will use that after I use this. Then the next thing is I follow up again with getting any stray eye makeup off, just on a Q-tip. There's usually some, put it that way. Not always, but there usually is. And then depending on what I do next, I usually will put my eye cream back on. So the same one that I used for the evening, the Paula's Choice Anti-Aging Eye Cream. And then for my moisturizer, I can go a couple different directions. One of my favorite things to kind of do is to do a moisturizer that also has an SPF. So I will use this Paula's Choice one. And this is the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF of 30. So it's got a moisturizer and it has SPF. It also is slightly tinted, you can see here, but that's not something that evens out your skin at all. But what I do like then is you can tell where you've maybe missed some of the SPF. So typically this is what I will use. However, if for some reason I'm not, or if I need a little more SPF, I will also, before I put this on, use some other type of SPF. And this has been one of my favorites. It's just, I equate, so a Walmart brand, right? It's the Oil-Free Sunscreen Stick. And it's just a little balm. I just would put it all over and kind of rub it through my skin. And it really is nice. I don't really smell, there's probably a little bit of a smell to it, but it's not a really strong smell. And it really does blend in nicely to your skin. It doesn't leave you oily or shiny. Again, I don't like that oil shine kind of look, but it really does blend out well and leave a nice base for whether you want to follow up with another moisturizer. So you're going to be doing dual this, or sometimes depending on the state of my skin, I will follow up with, I will put these two together. So I'll merge it with the Clinique, the yellow, the Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion. So those are two options. More likely I will be doing this, and sometimes I'll add this in. If my skin is super, super dry though, and I know I have to do something a little bit more in the morning, I will mix these two together. Really nice combinations, all of that. So I think that kind of covers my skincare, what I've been doing. I do sometimes do a mask. I try and do a mask like say once a week or so. The one I've been currently using is by Origins and it's gone. I don't have it anymore, so I've been trying to figure out what else I want to get. And I went by a store and they didn't have any of it. I'll put a picture of it up there. I think it's like a Complexion Rescue or something. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of other mask to be able to get, or whether I really need a mask, or whether it's just one of those things that makes you feel good. I don't know. So if you have any good suggestions, go ahead and leave them down below. That'd be really helpful. Otherwise, I think that kind of wraps up. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Any suggestions? Are you interested in any of these products as well too? It's kind of been a fun kind of journey. I know if I film this again like in the summertime, I might have very different products. I can tell you there's probably going to be some similarities though, because there's just some real loves that I have. I will try and keep you updated on whether I still like to do the dual cleanse this way, or if I do the dual cleanse this way. See, one's here, or whether I do it this way. Otherwise, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback and what you all have encountered and found, and what kind of products, and do you have any thoughts or recommendations? This seems to be working for me for the most part right now, but I know it will change. So go ahead, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and please do. Join the family, kind of leave some comments and feedback. We're slowly kind of building back up again. It's really, really, really been fun, and I appreciate everyone who has been having those nice kind of communications. Also, I would suggest hitting that notification bell, just because much as I try, I'm not consistent on a day of the week of when I'm uploading videos. I just try and get them up when I feel like they're ready, and when some take more time versus others, and I don't want to rush just to get something up. So anyway, that's just kind of also excuses. But I would suggest doing that if you want to be able to catch whenever the videos do come out. In the meantime, I hope that you all are having great weeks, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts, your feedback, and what other kind of suggestions you all have. Thanks. Bye.